In the city of Cuernavaca, which is known as the City of Eternal Spring, there is a place that holds history, beauty, and deep meaning. This place is the Jardín Borda, a historic garden that has existed for centuries and that continues to be an important cultural symbol of the city. Surrounded by nature and silence, this garden is not only a tourist attraction, but also a space where history lives and where people can connect with something bigger than themselves. For many visitors, it is simply a beautiful place, but for others like me, it's a beautiful, beautiful place with a beautiful story. The Jardín Borda, which was built in the 18th century, was originally a private residence owned by the Borda family, who were wealthy and influential at the time. This place, which was designed with European inspiration, quickly became one of the most beautiful gardens in the region. Later, it was used by Maximilian of Habsburg, who was the Emperor of Mexico and who chose this garden as his summer residence. During that time, this place became a symbol of power, elegance, and political authority. The garden, which combines architecture, water, and vegetation, represents a fusion between European culture and Mexican identity. Today, it's a public cultural space where people can walk, learn, and experience history in a peaceful environment. It is a place that has changed over time, but that still preserves its essence. I visited the Jardín Borda once, mainly out of curiosity, because I want to see what it was like and learn more about it. Even though it was just one visit, it was enough to understand why this place is important. As I walked through the garden, which is full of trees, water, and open spaces, I noticed how calm and beautiful it felt. It did not feel like just a museum, but like a place where history is still present. That experience made me see my city differently because I realized that there are places with histories that I had not paid attention to before. It also made me appreciate more the cultural spaces that exist in Cuernavaca. Using artificial intelligence, which is a tool that allows us to imagine different realities, I create three visual reinterpretations of the Jardín Borda. Each image represents a different version of the same place, showing how it can exist beyond time and reality. First, the past version. In this image, which represents the 19th century, the garden appears as it might have looked when Maximilian of Habsburg walked through it. You can see a more classical atmosphere where the architecture and the details reflect elegance and history. This version helps us understand how important this place was in the past and how it was connected to important historical figures. Second, the future version. In this reinterpretation, which imagines the Jardín Borda in the future, the garden is transformed into a modern and technological space. Even though it includes futuristic elements, it still preserves nature, which shows that the essence of the place remains the same. This image represents how history and modernity can coexist. Finally, the fantasy version. In this image, which is inspired by imagination, the garden becomes a magical place filled with lights, colors, and unreal elements. It looks like a world from a story, where reality and fantasy mix together. This version shows the emotional and creative side of the place, which goes beyond history. These three images, which represent the past, the future, and fantasy, show that one place can have many meanings depending on how we see it. Well, this project helped me realize that the city where I live, which I see every day, has places that I did not fully appreciate before. The Jardín Borda is not just a garden, but a place that connects history, culture, and personal experiences. It also showed me that creativity, which can be supported by tools like artificial intelligence, allows us to see familiar places in complete new ways. Now I understand that places are not only defined by what they are, but also by what they represent to each person. And sometimes the places that seem the most ordinary are actually the ones that have the deepest meaning.